of inquiry into the financial activities of the public bodies, enterprises, and other offices as regards their dealings with the former president, JANNEH, and connected matters. You are appearing today in response to a summons duly signed, issued by this committee to provide testimony on matters within your knowledge that are relevant to the subject of our inquiry. Please be informed that you are appearing on the oath and pursuant to the provisions of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. It constitutes the content of the National Assembly to knowingly withhold, misrepresent, or conceal any information relevant to the committee's work. Furthermore, in accordance with the parliamentary privilege, any statement you make before this committee shall not be used against you in any court of law, except in cases of perjury. That is, if it is proven that you deliberately provided false information while on the oath. You are therefore expected to cooperate fully and provide truthful, accurate, and complete responses to all questions posed to you, whether by the committee's legal counsel or by its honorable members. The committee appreciates your presence and expects your cooperation and condole and cooperation throughout these proceedings. Thank you. Council, you can now go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good afternoon once again. Madam, kindly state your full name and current designation for the record.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Therese, the current Registrar of Companies.
Thank you. Ms. Gomez, if you can bring the mic closer to you. All right, so before we get into your testimony, I just need you to confirm a few things for me. The first one being that you received a summons from this committee to submit documents, a summons to submit documents to the clerk of the National Assembly. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you submit these documents?
Yes, I did.
Did you submit all documents that was requested for?
Actually, I submitted the documents that I was able to lay hands on, because nearly all the documents I submitted, with the exception of those that were the additional documents submitted on Friday, all the other documents were extracted from the database of the single window business registry.
So are you stating here that now there are documents that we requested for that you have not provided?
Anyway, I wouldn't say I did not provide, but well, their records are not found in the database.
Ms. Gomez, the question is, are there documents that the committee requested for that you did not provide, yes or no?
Yes, with respect to your specification, some of them are not provided.
Very well. You can leave the mic on if you want. It will be easier for you that way. We will come back to these documents that you did not submit, but let's just move ahead. In addition to receiving a summons to produce documents, you also received a summons inviting you to give a statement to the committee's investigators. Is that correct? And did you give a statement?
I did.
Very well. Honorable Chair, I believe the Secretariat has furnished the statement the witness gave to the investigators on the 4th of August 2025. I believe the committee has a copy.
Yes, we do have.
I'm applying now for the statement to be adopted and marked MTG 1.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Gomez. And finally, you received a summons to appear and testify today.
Yes, I did.
All right, thank you very much. So we can start. Kindly give the committee an overview of your academic and professional background.
Okay. As I stated earlier, my name is Therese Gomez, the current Registrar of Companies. I was employed at the Ministry of Justice as a public prosecutor sometime in November 2013. Thereafter, after our call to bar, I was designated a state counsel and then subsequently promoted to the position of a senior state counsel. Then in 2022, I was promoted to the position of principal state counsel. And then sometime in April 2023, I assumed the role of acting registrar of companies until sometime in August or so, when I received my listing, the substantive approval for the position that I am currently occupying.
All right, thank you very much. Ms. Gomez, I also stated that in addition to your professional background, also give us an overview of your educational background.
My educational background?
Yes, please.
Okay. Starting from where? Okay. High school,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My alma mater is St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School. That's where I schooled from grade 7 to 12. And I completed in year 2000. We were the Millennium Batch. Thereafter, I proceeded to the Gambia College, where I pursued the higher teacher's certificate. I taught for a period of 4 years before I applied to study law at the UTG.
All right, so you stated that you were appointed as registrar or acting registrar of companies in 2023, and then you stated you were confirmed as the registrar of companies. Was it the same year, August 2023 or August 2024?
I received the appointment letter in August 2024, but in the appointment letter, it's back, the effective date is July.
Okay, July 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can say your appointment was July 2024. All right, we can move on. We can move ahead. So as the Registrar of Companies, kindly give the committee a detailed overview of what the registry does, the entire work of the registry.
Okay. The Department of Companies, that's the department where I work, is headed by the Registrar of Companies, which is responsible for registration of businesses, including sole proprietor, partnerships, companies, as well as associations. At the same time, the registrar is the custodian of all records of all companies and other filings made at the Department of Companies. It's also the duty of the registrar to ensure strict enforcement and compliance with the statutory regulations. Also see to it that records are provided in an efficient and accessible in a timely manner.
Very well, Ms. Gomez. I actually like that you said the Registrar of Companies is the custodian of all records that come into the registry. It's a very important point. We will get back to that point, but now let's just move ahead. And like you said, as the custodian of records for the registry, are you aware that in 2017, the Attorney General instituted a suit against the former president Yahya AJJ Jammeh at the High Court of the Gambia. Are you aware?
Yes.
You are aware. Are you also aware that in 2017, in July, the government of the Gambia, through the president, issued a commission of inquiry to investigate the financial dealings of the former president, JAMMEH, and his close associates? Are you aware?
Very well.
All right, great. So now, was your office aware prior to the institution of the suit at the High Court that the Attorney General had planned to file a suit at the High Court and also obtain freezing and custodial orders in relation to the properties and assets of the former president?
Very well.
Your office was aware?
Yeah.
That's great. Honorable Chair, I am referring the committee to MOJ 5A. If Secretariat can give the witness a copy of MOJ 5A.
MOJ 5A, please.
Secretariat, have you provided a copy? Yes. So, Ms. Gomez, maybe we'll give you a minute or two. You can just take a look at MOJ 5A, especially the annexures. What specifically annexure 3? Yes, annexure 3, you'll have to turn a few pages before, quite a number of pages actually, before you get there. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So you see that list of companies? There are 14 companies, Ms. Gomez. Did your office prepare that list?
Which list? This list?
Annexure 3 of MOJ 5A.
Well, for the list I have, it's only 11 companies.
You can turn the other page.
What follows is MOJ 5B.
You don't have the, okay.
Maybe there is a page missing.
Honorable Chair, can we have a minute so the Secretariat can get the second page of Annexure 3 so that the witness can take a look?
Okay.
Have you seen it, Ms. Gomez?
Yes.
Okay. You've seen the second page as well?
Yes. I do.
Okay, great. So there are 14 companies that the Attorney General included in his application to the High Court to place on these 14 companies under receivership and under the control of Augustus Sprung, the audit and accounting firm. Did your office prepare that list? The compilation of that list? Was your office involved?
Well, since it's annexed to that High Court this thing, well, I may not be in a position to tell because at the time I was merely a state counsel and I had no dealings with anything relating to the JANNEH Commission. At the time I was just a state counsel.
Ms.
But
Gomez,
I may not refute that maybe it's from the office, but I had no prior dealings with the JANNEH Commission.
the question was not whether you had any dealings with the JANNEH Commission. The question was whether that list came from your office. You know, before we started the questioning, you yourself stated that the Registrar of Companies is the custodian of all records that come into the registry. So therefore, there should be a record of what happened even before you. And you're not here in your individual capacity or personal capacity. You're here as the Registrar of Companies, so we expect that the questions you ask, we know very well from your statement that you were not the Registrar of Companies in 2017. But we expect you, the committee expects you to be able to answer these questions. So I will ask the question again. Did your office prepare that list?
Well, these are companies, entities, I believe, that are registered. And they are also, when you look at the summons with respect to the summons to produce, these are some of the companies that are highlighted there. So Well, but to say this list is from the company's office, that's what I don't know. Because there is no letterhead, there is nothing to show that this emanates from the ministry. Well, it may appear to be, but I cannot tell.
Ms. Gomez, when you mentioned that the registrar of companies is the custodian of records for the department, what exactly did you mean by that?
Well, normally, after a company is incorporated, any other filing is done at the department.
Therefore, I'm waiting for you
Therefore,
to
what
complete.
cancel?
What follows after the company is registered? What happens after that? The documents that you receive, what happens?
They are filed.
And then?
Well, they are filed, and then sometimes once in a while, maybe companies have other filings to do in addition to whatever filings they may want to make. And then searches are also made at the department.
Ms. Gomez, this is such a simple point that I don't even think or did not expect that we would even spend up to a minute on it. And I can see that you are accompanied by one of your staff.
Very well.
Perhaps maybe you might want to take 5 or 10 seconds, consult with your staff and answer the question. Because the question is very simple.
Yes.
Was your department the one that prepared that list? Yes or no?
What council? How will I know that it's from the department or not?
How would you not know? They are records. You said you are the custodian of records.
They are records, but all what here is just a basic summary of shareholders.
Ms. Gomez, I'm trying to help you here.
Council.
I said
Mrs. Gomez.
No, fine. Mrs. Gomez.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay. So, Mrs. Gomez, I am trying to help you out here, and I've offered you and said maybe you might want to consult with your deputy.
Problem.
So if you want to do that, you can do it right now, and you just turn off your mic and he can come and speak to you. Are you ready, Mrs. Gomez?
Yes, council.
Okay. And what is your answer?
Council, I can't conclude that it's from the office. There is no letterhead. There is nothing to indicate that it's from the office.
Ms. Gomez, of course there will not be a letterhead on it. You're looking at the legal notices. That's a gazette document, a gazetted document. Of course your letterhead is not going to, your department's letterhead is not going to be on it. You stated earlier that you were aware that the Attorney General had planned to institute a suit at the High Court, and eventually, when he instituted a suit, you became aware, and when he obtained the custodial and freezing orders as well, you were aware. Kindly tell this committee how you became aware all these processes?
By then, I was a state counsel attached at the Department of Civil Litigation and International Law. I was a counsel at the office. Although by then I was a state counsel, even though in the interim I was away for a couple of months on maternity leave, but I was at the ministry at the time.
So that is how you became aware. Did you ever, prior to this date, today, did you ever see a copy of MOJ 5A?
MOJ 5A?
Yes. That's the first document you looked at. Not that one you're looking at. Secretariat, kindly, maybe just leave the document with the witness. MOJ 5A is an order of the High Court. You've taken I had given you a minute to take a look at it. And you did.
Yes.
Have you seen this document before?
Not long ago, but then when the ministry was summoned to produce some documents, I was part of those that were in the team working on gathering those documents.
Someone to produce which document?
Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
Was someone to produce some documents, not so.
By this committee?
By this committee.
Okay. And you were part of the people that compiled this document?
Yes.
Is that the first time you came across that order?
Well, I can't remember.
So you can't remember whether you've seen this document prior to the committee summoning documents from Attorney General's chambers? Even though you worked at the Department of Civil Litigation?
Yes, I was there, but then not everyone was involved at the time.
Okay.
I had my seniors there at the time.
And they were the ones involved.
So
we can say that you've seen this document. Are you saying that the first time you saw this document was when you were helping the Attorney General compile documents to submit to this committee?
Some of them, that was the first time I saw them. Because
What about
normally, most of these documents are, you can only access them at records. Except maybe if you are assigned to do any work related to JANNEH Commission, and then maybe. But if not, no.
Very well. So, Ms. Gomez, as the custodian of Mrs. Gomez.
Anyway, I'm Mrs. Correa.
So it's Mrs. Correa.
No,
but
you can say Miss.
Yes, but you know, when you asked, I asked for your name, you said, my name is Therese Gomez.
Yes.
Yes,
That's my father's name.
Yes. So, but that is the name you stated on record, so I will keep calling you Mrs.
Because that's the name on most of my official documents.
So your name is Miss Gomez, not Mrs. Is it?
Mrs.
Mrs. Okay, I can see you love your husband very much.
Yes, I
That's fine. I'll call you Mrs. So, but I can't say Mrs. Correa because she's not stated your name on the record. Good. So, Mrs. Gomez, are you telling this committee that you don't know or cannot remember the first time you saw MOJ 5A?
Council, I can't remember much because I had no prior dealings with the JANNEH Commission.
If you can't remember, it's fine. We will move on. Even though I am surprised that the custodian of records at the registry, at the company's registry, cannot remember whether she saw this.
Well, when did I join the registry?
Sorry. So, Ms. Gomez, now that you've taken a look at the order, Mrs. Gomez, sorry.
Okay.
Now that you've taken a look,
Council, why not then just call a witness? That's simple.
Perhaps, no problem. No, I'll appreciate Ms. Gomez, no problem. I'll
Okay.
just leave him.
sorry. Mrs. Gomez.
Yes.
So you can see from the order, I believe you've taken a look, apart from the annexure, you've seen what the judge had ordered at the time, right? The paragraphs. So if you take a look at paragraph 4, if I'm not wrong, let me just confirm. Sorry, not paragraph 4. Take a look at paragraph 8. Paragraph 8 and paragraph 9. I'll just give you a minute and you can read it, then we can continue. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So from paragraphs 8 and 9, you can see that the High Court appointed Augustus Prom to be the receiver for these 14 companies. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Very well. So, Mrs. Gomez, after Mr. Prom's appointment by the High Court on the 22nd of May 2017, did your office have any communications or interactions with the receiver with regards to these 14 companies?
Which office? The ministry or the department, you mean?
The company's registry.
Well, I think I've submitted some additional documents where I was able to retrieve some of the communications from Mr. Augustus Prom, which I have submitted to your office.
Mrs. Gomez,
Yes.
did your office have any communications with Augustus Prom?
Of course. I think I came across those communications not long ago.
Not long ago.
Yes.
When you say not long ago, how long ago do you mean?
That was after my interview with the panel of investigators, with the team. I went in, I did a thorough search in some of the cabins, and that's where I was able to dig out some of those documents.
All right, so are you telling this committee that only the documents that you provided on Friday are the only documents that, in the folder you've marked Augustus Prom, are these the only documents that the registry received from Augustus Prom?
Well, those are the only documents I came across in the filing cabinet.
You know, I like the fact that you said after you started looking, after you met the investigators.
Yes, because I was advised to go and do
You were supposed to submit documents to the clerk before you met the investigators, weren't you?
Yes, because actually the first documents I presented were all extracted from the database. So after the interview, so they advised that I should go and do a thorough search, maybe in the incoming folders and the outgoing. That's where I did the search, and then thereafter I looked into the filing cabinets. That's where I came across those additional documents.
So if the investigators did not tell you to go and do a thorough search, you wouldn't have done a thorough search?
Actually, because when filings are done, especially for, besides sole proprietorship, Those are the only documents that are not scanned and uploaded. But every other file relating to a company and associations are expected to be scanned and uploaded in the system.
Mrs. Gomez, the
Yes,
summons
ma'am.
you received, it did not just ask you for details of companies, did it?
Yes.
So why did you need to wait until the investigators emphasize that you should go and look into your archives before you went to do that? And you met the investigators on the 4th of August, am I correct?
Very well.
And you only submitted these documents on the 22nd of August.
I was doing
Asking for
an
extension.
extension. Yes, because at the time we received the summons, we had an issue with our system. Nearly the day we received your summons, the system was down. We've not worked for 4 complete days. The system was only restored on Thursday evening. And then I was supposed to submit the documents the subsequent week. That's why I asked for extension, because I have to print out, photocopy, certify here and there.
Very well. So from the documents you submitted on Friday, we can see that you've received quite a number of communications from Augusta Sprung. However, we've not seen any reply from your department to these letters.
Actually, when I went through the outgoing this thing, I've not seen any communication. That's where I started the search before I dig into the cabins.
So we can say that the receiver was writing to your office and then no one responded to the receiver. Is that normal in your office? Does that happen? Or does your office receive correspondences and then there's no reply?
Well, maybe there must be some reply, but the problem is maybe at the archives where the documents are stored, the archive is under renovation and most of the documents are mixed up, and then they are not even, some are not even in a good state to present. And that place somehow is not even secured too.
So essentially you're saying there are documents there that the committee might need, but you deem them to not be in a good condition.
Well, I mean where we keep our manual.
Speak into the mic, please.
I mean where we keep our manual records. Yes, some are in the archive, but the archive was on a renovation for the past years also.
So there are documents that might be relevant to the committee that we won't be able to get because your archives.
Yes, the archive is in a bad state at the moment.
Is this recent or has this been ongoing for a long time? Or is it when you started to search, that is when you found the archives in a bad state, or they've always been in a bad state?
Actually, the problem we have is that that department, in some other places, when it rains, it leaks. So you realize some of the documents are not in a good state. And then where they are also kept, well, for security reasons, you may not want to go there. Everything is mixed up. And there is no records officer.
So is this particular to your department or the entire ministry?
To our department.
To your department. Okay. Isn't there a central records office at the Ministry of Justice?
There is.
Okay. But the company's registry keeps its own records?
Yes, most of the time, the ones that are sent directly to the register. Yes, we have a separate records.
Okay.
Yeah.
And documents that are not sent directly to the registry pass through the central registry of the ministry?
Most of the time, those are just correspondence.
But in this situation, the correspondences that are sent directly to the registry by the receiver would come straight to the registry, isn't it?
It depends to whom it is addressed to.
If it's addressed to the registrar of company.
Yes, it comes there directly.
Directly.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe lower the mic a little bit so that technical will be able to capture you. All right. Let's not be labor on this point too much. And of course, you know, anytime I ask a question, I think I'm going to get a direct answer so that we wouldn't spend a lot of time, but then you like taking me in circles. It's like you want to spend the whole day here.
No.
And you want to come back tomorrow.
I don't want to eat your lunch. I want to go before lunch.
You will definitely eat lunch here. And maybe dinner too.
Are you going to pay me?
The assembly is calling you and you're asking for money. That's fine. Let's move on. So you have MOJ2 before you. It's not part of that bulk. It's the other document that is stapled.
This lot?
Yes, that's MOJ2. That is the legal notice 15 of 2017 that issued the Commission of Inquiry. It's the legal notice that establishes the Commission of Inquiry, and just like MOJ 5A, it also contains a list of companies. The exact same list that is contained in MOJ 5A is also contained in the legal notice. Okay. You've taken a look at it. It's at towards the end.
Towards there.
So after the Commission of Inquiry was established on the 12th of July, 2017, did your office have any communications with the Commission from the 12th of July to the end of the Commission's life, which is on March 2019? In March 2019, sorry. Were there communications between your office and the Commission?
I think as part of a few of the communications I submitted emanating from Augustus Prom, I think there are some dated July, August 2017 also. But for 2019, I don't think I came across any. Can't remember, but
I'm not talking about Augustus Prom here, the Commission itself. The Commission of Inquiry. You know that Augustus Prom was appointed for these 14 companies by the High Court.
yes.
And then the commission was established. And the commission was investigating all assets belonging to the former president and his associates. So, did your office ever receive communications from the Commission of Inquiry?
I think the few I came across are the ones I've submitted.
Ms. Gomez?
Yeah.
Mrs. Gomez,
No problem.
did you take a look at these documents that you submitted? Did you go through, read to prepare? Or did you just find them relevant, letterhead relevant, and then you just copy it and submit it?
I think I submitted them on Friday, almost towards close of work. At the time I came here, most of your staff were going home.
My question is, did you take time to read these documents that you submitted to the committee?
I know they emanate from the commission, but I did not.
You did not read
But
them?
some of them, I came across them on Thursday. So I was still searching for those.
So you did not read these documents?
Some I did not.
So we can say that you came to this committee to testify unprepared?
Not that I came in unprepared, because from your summons, you said any additional documents from the JANNEH Commission, Augustus Prom also. That's why I deemed it necessary to submit them.
My question, I believe it's very clear. What I asked you was, these documents that you've prepared and submitted on Friday, and even the ones that you submitted before Friday, did you take the time to read them?
Yes, some I did.
Not all.
No.
So we can say you're unprepared.
I'm prepared, of course.
You are. But you did not read the documents from your office.
For the ones I submitted on Friday?
Yes.
No, I did not. Because
why? You did not deem it important?
No, the council, to be candid, on Friday, because I was scheduled for today, and I knew that Monday would be late. But on Friday, God knows, I was not feeling well. But I struggled to ensure that the documents are submitted before this thing. At the time I came here, it was close of work.
Okay. Very well. You know, now that you've not read this document, you can't discuss these documents very well. Because every time I put a document to you, you will have to take time to read it before I can ask you questions and you answer. You will be here for the whole week. And you don't even want to eat our lunch. So, this is very serious. We are expecting that the Registrar of Companies, one of the most senior officers at the Ministry of Justice, would come to this committee very well prepared and would even, I think reading all the documents that you provide to this committee is quite basic in your preparation for your testimony. Wouldn't you agree with me?
Well, you requested for correspondence, so I came across them. Then I deemed it necessary to submit them.
Ms. Gomez?
Yes.
My issue here is,
yes,
you've not read, you saw correspondences you copied and submitted, but you've not read these correspondences.
Especially the one from the permission.
Exactly. So now if we have to go through these correspondences, each time I pick up a document, I'll have to give you time to read it, which is causing unnecessary delay for the committee. So therefore, you came here unprepared, isn't it?
Well, I was this morning, because unfortunately, what happened?
Speak into the mic, please. You can lower the mic a little bit. Yes.
I said, actually, this morning, I was looking for some of those copies. For myself, not for the commission, I mean.
What copies were you looking for?
From the JANNEH commission. With respect to those correspondence.
Speak into the mic, please.
I meant with respect to those correspondence emanating from the JANNEH commission.
But you said you already found these documents on Friday and you copied them. So why were you looking for them again today?
For my own copy, I mean.
So these ones that you've provided, they are not originals, are they?
Most of the documents, most of the correspondence, some of them are not original.
So did you copy these before you provided for the committee, or did you just pull them out of your files and prove?
Some were photocopied already, but there are few maybe which are original.
So Mrs. Gomez, I can say that even though you received a summons in July from this committee, you had more than 6 weeks to prepare for your testimony, but you still did not prepare. Because now that you're saying, I did not read these documents, I did not, as the custodian of records, you're derailing the committee's work today a lot. Because now I'm thinking, do I give you time? Do I make a request from the chair to give you time, take a look at your documents that you submitted, or what do we need to do?
Well, maybe if you give me a few minutes and maybe let me have a look at them.
If you had read, I wouldn't have given you a few minutes.
Council, that office is busy. Normally when you were there, sometimes you were there till after close of work.
Ms. Gomez, we know the working hours of government.
Yeah.
Right? and you received this summons, like I said, you received the summons, you wrote and you asked for extension. It was granted by the clerk.
Yes.
You still did not meet your deadline.
I did.
You didn't, because we received this on Friday.
These are additional documents.
They are not additional documents. These are documents that were requested from you. It's not like you provided them to the committee on your own volition.
No,
These are things the committee requested, isn't it?
Very well.
Exactly. So they were supposed to be submitted by the 31st of July, weren't they?
Very
and you
well.
provided these things on the 22nd of August.
Yes.
3 weeks later.
Because these documents could not be found in our historical records. Some of them, Pasig.
So, Mrs. Gomez, I'm going to try and move on from this point, but I will come back to it.
No problem.
Right? Even though it looks like you want to waste the time of this committee, I will not allow you to do that. So I will move on
That's
to
not
another
my
point.
intention.
That is what it's looking like at this point.
No, Council.
It is what it is, actually, not just looking like it. So we will move on. Turn to that document you were looking at, MOJ 5A. You can turn to MOJ 5C. Not that one, the other one, yes. Secretariat, kindly help the witness find MOJ 5C. Are you done?
Yes.
All right, if you take a look at MOJ 5C, you will see that, again, the firm, Augustus Sprung, was also appointed as receiver for additional companies. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Can you list out those companies?
Westwood Gambia Limited.
Yes.
Maligam International.
Yes.
And Observer Company Gambia Limited.
Very well. Did you provide the information the committee requested on these three companies?
There is no record of it in the database.
All these three?
Yes, all these three.
Now I truly believe that you did not take a look at your documents.
How comes?
Because you have submitted something with regards to Observer.
Observer, it's just a skeletal company analysis report.
But you said you did not submit anything
With respect to
these
what
companies.
you requested for, like the memorandum, the certificates, etc.
Ms. Gomez.
The only thing I have submitted is a skeleton of Observer Company Limited. Westwood, Mulligan was not included as part of the list of companies under summons to produce.
Okay. So that document you're looking at, MOJ 5C, have you seen that document prior to coming here today?
This one? Yes.
Have you seen that order before? Are you done, Mrs. Gomez?
Yes.
Okay. So, do we also assume here that you don't know those three companies, you don't know who gave the Attorney General those three companies, whether they were emanated from your office or somehow, some way, the Attorney General was able to learn about those companies?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
My question is, did your office provide that list, that short list in MOJ 5C? Did your office provide that list to the AG at the time?
Which list do you mean? This, the one attached here?
Yes.
Regarding the list of properties?
The companies, just those three. Mulligan, Westwood, and
Mulligan, Westwood, and Observer. Whether the office did what?
Give the Attorney General that list.
List as in?
Mrs. Gomez, is that not a list, those three?
Yes.
Are they not listed?
Yes, they are listed
Yes.
here.
Was your office the one that provided that list to the Attorney General?
Well, it may be from the office.
Okay. So you are not sure whether your office prepared the list on MOJ 5A and the list in MOJ 5C. You don't know, as the custodian of records.
Well, maybe it may be from the office, but I cannot tell because I was not there at the time. Because from what my colleague told me was, at the time the commission requested for some documents, they gave out most of the documents they requested for.
Did they give out original?
Well, I'm not in a position to tell.
So when I asked you earlier whether, after the commission was established, whether you provided documents to the commission, you could not answer that question.
Sorry, then I did not get you clear. But I was told by my deputy here that they provided the commission with some of the documents.
Do you want to confirm with your deputy whether the documents were originals, the ones provided to the commission? You can turn off your mic and speak to your deputy. The mic, please turn on the mic.
I assume it was photocopies that were presented.
Are you assuming or are you confirming?
Normally, we don't give out original. The original is for our records.
Okay, so you gave out photocopies?
Yes.
All right. So ordinarily, if the Attorney General today needs information on companies, who does he ask, or who would he request this information from?
I in person.
Exactly. So if this committee also needs information, we request from you.
Very well.
If we ask for companies owned by a certain individual, can you run a search and tell?
Of course.
You can. So you still cannot confirm whether these companies, this list was prepared by your office?
No, you said whether it was prepared.
Yes.
That's why I said normally when searches or request for information is made, normally if it's available, obviously we give it out.
So are there is information available with these companies, the list we sent you?
The list on the summons.
On your summons. How many companies are on the list, the summons you received? You have a copy of the summons?
Yes.
How many companies are on the summons?
21, 22, 23. 23, I believe, from the list.
23 or 28?
Not all our companies. Like Operation Save the Children Foundation is a registered organization.
And organizations supposed to be registered at the company's registry?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
therefore,
said companies. I said these are the
all right. How many companies, institutions, and organizations was given to you to pull information from your system?
on this list?
Yes.
It's 28, but one is repeated.
All right. Thank you very much. How many of these companies were you able to get information? Companies, institutions, organizations, partnerships, sole traders. How many of these were you able to find information on your system or in your records that you submitted to the committee?
Okay. With respect to your specification,
Yes.
for some, with respect to some of them,
And my question is,
Yes.
how many of them were you able to find on your database or your records?
okay, for Kanilai Wuni Farms, at first all what I submitted was this thing. But
Sorry, Mrs. Gomez, we're not getting into what you submitted. I just said how many of them were you able to find in your system? 1, 2, 10, 15, 25, how many?
okay, from 3 to 14, that's 11. 11. So 14, 11, 11 plus. Basically, I can say basically I can say 12. That is 11 companies, including the registered organizations, but for the others, it's just a skeletal of the company analysis report.
But you were still able to find information with about the others?
Yes, just the skeletal.
So out of the 28, you've been able to find information for all of them, whether they are skeletal or not?
Yes, on all of them.
All of them.
11, and then I also...
That was the answer to my question.
Yes, yes, on nearly all of them.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, I believe this is a convenient point to take a break. It's 2 p.m. Can we take a break for lunch and come back, or should I continue? Can we take a break?
That's very perfectly right. So, session adjourned until 3 p.m. for lunch and prayers. Thanks.
So, Mrs. Gomez, you're going to have lunch here. We're inviting you for lunch.
Okay, thank you.